Tell us what you've seen, and first of all, confirm for us that you are safe.
Yes, I've just managed to get home with my sister and friend. I didn't actually see the incident itself, but we were very close, and were actually standing to watch the fireworks probably around where the incident occurred. Literally thousands of people lining the Promenade des Anglais to see the fireworks, which started at 10 a.m., finished at around 10:30. Then everybody started to walk back, along the closed roads, which, well, we assumed they were closed, to go to the bars or go home, etc. We heard a few bangs. We thought that they were just potentially people letting off some personal fireworks or crackers or whatever. We turned off into one of the side roads into the old town, and suddenly we saw some people running towards us, and then a few more, then somebody shouted that they'd seen somebody shooting, so we suddenly started to follow the crowd and gathered pace towards where our car was parked further up the town, and literally it started. Hundreds, then thousands of people started running down all the streets away from the promenade. There's a big square that kind of where those roads lead to, and you could see, every single road along that square, people running across. And there was just panic, people picking up their kids and running with them, shops closing their doors. I managed to get to the car in the end, and when I drove off from the car park, there were police waving me through red traffic lights. It was pandemonium. At that time, we didn't quite know whether it was a false alarm, but as we've all found out, it wasn't.
When you hear the reports of at least 30, perhaps even 60 killed in this incident, it must completely send shivers up your spine, reinforcing how lucky you were to be where you were at that time.
Well, absolutely. You always think about it. Even when I was walking through the crowds of the fireworks, there were a lot of police there, armed and very vigilant. But you always know that people can get through that. When you're talking about thousands of people attending an event, and when you escape it. And it was as close as that, then yes, you think about it. I have been, for example, to the Bataclan several times before the incident happened in Paris, so I already had a slight, kind of distant connection to previous events, but this is something else. It brings it home. But obviously, it's more about the people that lost their lives tonight.
And obviously, we really appreciate you filling us in with what you've seen, James, and we can hear from your voice how understandably disturbed you are by the situation. Can you give us a sense of the atmosphere as it was before this happened? One can imagine people just enjoying themselves.
Oh, it was a fantastic fireworks display. There were so many people lining the promenade. You couldn't even get onto the beach. So the beach was packed, the promenade was packed. There were bands playing at every I'd say about 100 feet. In 100 feet intervals. There were different bands, jazz, rock, heavy metal. It was a great atmosphere. And the fireworks, the centre of the fireworks, were opposite the Office de Tourisme, which is I would say about 200 meters away from the Negresco. And so if you imagine that's the centre, and then tons of people on either side of that going as far as the eye could see. So it wasn't a small event; it was a major event, and we didn't even know the fireworks were supposed to be cancelled anyway because of the high winds, and I think they went ahead because the weather improved last minute. But no, the atmosphere was incredible. Everybody having a great time, no trouble, no incidents. It was just a fantastic atmosphere.
And underlining the tragedy that has befallen Nice, and of course we're seeing 30 people killed. That's the latest we're getting. We've had it reported that there could be as many as 60 dead.